Charlie, what have you got in that box?
Don't talk to me now, David. I'm bound to fall over my big fat feet.
I'm guessing this is very valuable. Why have you got two big old cardboard boxes?
Because it's got two old things in it.
Okay, well, it's obviously for you, they're bound to be old things, but they're going to be a bit special. That's mine.
They are, David. As you know, or your viewers know, I love globes as well as cannons and nautical things.
You do.
All things a bit bonkers.
You do.
And this is a pair of globes, a pair of Careys, 18-inch globes that I've been waiting to get back from the cabinet maker for the stand, and also these from the conservator.
Okay, so they've had some restoration work.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
More conservation rather than restoration. Yes. I mean, the stands have restoration because what happens, the legs become loose, the compasses fall out, and you end up remaking out of old timber the compass dishes.
And they're down there. We're going to have a look at those. Yeah. Okay.
But we try to conserve the spheres themselves.
I want to see the spheres, Charlie, please. Yes. Come on.
All good things come slowly. Right.
Charlie, do not drop it.
Right. So
seriously.
I'm glad you're being serious today, David.
Oh.
So here is the celestial globe. So the ladies usually aren't the celestials because it's all to do with the stars and the zodiac system. Let's move that for you, David, a little bit better. So these are a particularly good pair. The Careys are always good. As you can see, what we talk about is the quality of the cartography, which is the printing. And look at the quality here. It's everything is so crisp. The animals and the birds of the zodiac. And here we are. There's what we call the cartouche, which is the maker's label. But if you look at these, well, here's a giant.
Look at that. Who would buy such a thing, Charlie? Well, would it be someone who would need to know about navigating across the oceans using stars?
All time have been scientific instruments. They're not a decorative item, even though they've become decorative now. And particularly the 18th century, which is what I enjoy, they were being used in libraries by owners of ships going around the world.
I see, right, got you.
So they were a revolving map for the owners. And little pocket globes, sea captains took with them, and they would double in. I haven't got one here. And they literally kept them in their pocket.
So vital. This is satellite navigation from the 18th century.
And earlier.
Wow,
I particularly like the library concept of it. But they were scientific instruments and exceedingly expensive.
Right.
And they're still expensive.
You know I'm going to be talking money, but are you going to put it on its stand?
If you insist.
I do.
Okay, here we go. Just check I haven't got horrible stuff.
Good job you work out, Charlie.
It is, David. I always have to if you're around.
Oh, that's the stand. Have you had that restored as well?
Yep, they've both been restored, David.
Oh, so you've got a matching pair.
Yeah. There we are, David. And they...
Look at that. So, yeah,
you can actually,
decorative. But...
Oh, look. I mean, just look at this stuff, David.
Go on, give it a little twizzle, nice and slowly. Look at that. So decorative, yes, but vitally important. If this is the industry you're involved in.
Totally. And at the time, they were the way of having an idea of what was happening to your vessels. And then when you come to later globes like this one here, this is 1920s, 1910, 1920, you have the routes.
Oh, I see,
routes,
the shipping routes.
The shipping routes. So this is a 30-inch Phillips globe. That paper's replaced because of this Phillips model. They often didn't have those papers on. So they're facsimiles. But then they'd have these in a shipping office.
Right.
So
they would know that it would take a certain amount of time to cross the Pacific.
Yeah, there'll be the hours and the days that it takes for a cruise liner to get from London to New York.
Incredible. Okay, so that's much later. This one, I'm guessing, is going to be an awful lot of money, but I'm not going to ask you yet because there's a partner to it. Well, can we have a look at the partner?
David, the gracious respect, this is not Tesco's where you get one and get one free.
Really? I thought that's what you did.
Well, okay, you buy that one and you can have that one free.
Okay, I'll ask you how much that one is in a minute.
Okay.
Now this, okay, so this is the traditional globe that people would imagine.
Terrestrial.
Okay.
So invariably, if ladies and gentlemen come in, The ladies always say they love the Celestial, and the gentlemen love the Terrestrial.
Okay.
So let's put this in, shall we?
Go on, go for it.
Then
I've spotted something already. Spotted the holes in the countries and continents, Charlie. So you can date a globe, can't you, by the
Totally.
names of countries and literally the gaps in the continents, the unexplored land.
If you Google dating globes, it gives you a list of when all the different countries were,
Right.
were populated
Yeah.
or found. I've got to get that spot on, Dave, to make it
Go on.
work nicely for you. So,
Wow.
there we are.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely amazing. So let's have a look at Africa. That's always. Can you spin it down? To, look at the central part and southern part
Nothing.
of Africa. Nothing there. Unexplored.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking. So date again. 1818. You
I think we looked at this one. If I remember rightly, this is 1818, David.
1818.
Yeah, and the Celestial will probably be a bit earlier, the papers, because when they were made as a pair, they always updated the papers every 3 or 4 years on the
Did they?
Terrestrial.
Right. As
they've-
land was discovered.
Yes, absolutely. Whereas they weren't finding new stars very often.
No. Gosh, Charlie. Okay. You are the biggest dealer in antique globes in the world.
David, you're getting carried away again.
You know you
No.
are.
I deal in globes, yes, and I do have quite a few of them, but I certainly would not be the largest antique dealer with the biggest stock of globes, I'm sure. There's bound to be someone out there with more than me.
How many have you got?
I think I've got 7 or 8 pairs at the moment.
Yeah.
And lots of singles, lots of table globes.
Yeah.
Some will never get restored because I bought them because they're damaged, and we use the old papers to restore other globes.
Okay. So you're recycling them
All the time.
Yeah.
Rather than use facsimiles, which we have to occasionally.
Yeah.
If I've got an old paper, I'd rather use an old paper.
Fantastic, Charlie. Honestly, I love your passion. You obviously sell these things, Charlie. For the pair, what sort of money are we talking?
David, you just always go there, don't you?
I do. You know it.
I think there'll be a ticket price of 85,000 on these because they're a particularly good pair.